Hi, Anna Jimmo-Dixon, March 8th, North Cowichan Fire Department still, and I am benching Scott 2.2. What is a Scott 2.2? It is a pressure demand, self-contained, open circuit breathing apparatus. The National Institute of Health and Safety gave this rating. The NIOHS said that an average man working at a moderate workload would breathe 24 breaths per minute, and with a 40-liter flow, they would get 30 minutes from this tank. But you have to use that as just a rough guesstimate because the fitness of the wearer, the condition of the cylinder itself, whether or not they respond to anxiety or fear, breathing, taking more breath. It would depend on if you were actually in an atmosphere greater than 1. So all these things factoring in will lessen that 30-minute rating, so you're probably better off to guesstimate more like 20 minutes for this Scott 2.2. And so what do you use this for? This is to provide breathable air while providing maximum mobility and respiratory protection to the wearer. You're going to use Scott Pack for rescue, firefighting, and in a rehab scenario. You would use this in an environment that is oxygen deficient, with toxic gases, elevated temperatures, and smoke. There are 4 components to a Scott Pack, so we're going to go through them now. First is the cylinder. I'm just going to take it apart here. This is an aluminum cylinder. It is 1,270 liters or 45 cubic feet. It has 2,216 psi. When you're looking at the cylinder, it's going to give you some information. 1, the manufacturing date, and all the dates it was hydrostatically tested. These units have to be hydrostatically tested every 5 years. On this one, the manufacturing was in June of '99. The last hydrostatic test was 08/11. So we're good for a little bit still. Now when you're looking at a Scott Pack, you want to make sure when you're looking at the cylinder that you're looking to make sure that there's no dings or dents or any kind of bubbling or anything that looks out of place on the cylinder. There's a few safety features on your cylinder as well. You have a bumper guard on the bottom. You have a burst disc, which is...
Can you show us that?
The burst disc?
Yep.
And that's for overpressure or overheat, so that it can release the pressure and it doesn't become a bomb on your back. It has a ratcheting valve so that it doesn't prematurely close if you're in a confined space. It also has a gauge on it to show you once it is turned on how much air or how much, if there is a full amount of air in the cylinder. Any questions so far, Rob?
Okay, now you said once it's turned on,
Yes.
that it'll show how
Yes.
much pressure's in there.
Yes.
What does it show when it's not turned on?
It actually, it does say full all the time. There you go. So the one that does move would be your external gauge.
Okay.
And when you turn it on, it will go up to full. Okay. Good question. Okay. So we're going to put the cylinder back inside the backpack, which is the second component. The backpack is a metal frame, and it has shoulder and waist straps. All of these would be fire rated. All your straps are zeroed out when this unit is put away, and by that I mean fully extended. All the straps are fully extended. The backpack has a high pressure connection and a strap,
Lever. Right.
toggle lever.
Yep.
And a strap to secure the cylinder to the backpack. Another feature that it has is our regulator. This regulator takes the 2,216 psi and it reduces it to 85 to 115 psi. And then it has an external gauge. This particular unit has a pass system integrated with it. Ours at Minto had one that was independent on the belt. So if this one goes off, what I'm going to do is press it 2 times to stop, whereas the ones at Minto, I would take both the buttons and press them simultaneously to stop it.
So how does this one turn on?
It turns on automatically when the air is turned on.
Good.
And it will start to go off if I don't move around, so I'm not going to charge the system right away. It also has your secondary regulator, and this is what attaches to your face piece. This doesn't have a HUD display. What it does have is an air saver button. You would depress this. You would depress this button to stop the airflow if there was something wrong with the regulator, and you could manually adjust your airflow with your purge valve, which is your red valve on the side. This reduces your PSI to 1 above atmospheric pressure. Okay? And the reason for that is that you can have a positive seal on your face mask, so if it should move, air will blow out, and so debris and heat, etc. will not come into the face sheet. We've got it connected. I think we're good to go on to the face piece.
What's that little thing there for?
I'm sorry. This is this is to attach. I think it's a. I forget, Rob, what it is for. We didn't use it at Minto when I was there, but apparently now we can, and it's to attach.
But you know what it's for, right?
Yeah, it's to a.
You don't have to use all the fancy words.
Okay, it's to attach another air system to it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And how does that help the guy that's wearing it?
He wouldn't have to take this system off to refill when he's out of air. He can just utilize another pack or another line.
Yeah, yeah. Now we call that a RIT pack, by the way.
A RIT pack.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I know we didn't have one at Minto when you were there, so
Okay.
we just got one like last set.
Okay, and that's where it would attach.
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, the face shield. Once again, when you pull it out, you're going to make sure that all the straps are zeroed out. You're going to look, and this is a polycarbonate, so it's apparently shatterproof and scratch resistant. This has a nose cup, and it has easy speak diaphragm, which makes it a little bit easier to hear the person when they're wearing it. And you're going to check the rubber for cracks, the face rubbers, and you're going to check in here at your plastics to make sure that there's no blemishes, etc. And that's where your regulator fits in. I think that's all I know about the face mask. Okay.
That's quite a bit.
So, I'll don. Actually, and I'm not going to turn it on until I actually have it on my back. So. I'm going to secure my waist, and then I'm going to secure it. Because I'm kind of small, I'm going to tuck these out of the way.
Good idea.
Make sure.
4 minutes left before this video stops.
Okay. I've got something buggered up here.
What would you do if you were having a problem with that?
I would ask my buddy who's there.
Well, your buddy's right here. What do you want me to do? Check that for you?
Yeah.
I think looks like you got it straightened out there now.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, and once I have this on, I am going to get my buddy to check and make sure all the straps are adequate. I'm going to do a breathing test.
Good.
Got a good seal. So, now, don't forget to put the air on. That's the vibro alert. You want to hear that when the air starts. And the next time you hear it should be when you're down to 20 to 25% left of your air.
Okay.
I'm breathing, but somehow I've got this up here. Okay, and I'm not moving. So
Give it a shake. Shake your whole body. There you go. Yeah, that's where it alarms from, but that's not where the sensor is.
Okay, and this is where my gauge is. And what I want to make sure is that my gauge, now that I'm under air, the other one said full, this one says full as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my air saver valve, and I'm going to use my purge valve to give me a flow of oxygen.
Okay.
It shouldn't be this difficult, but it is sometimes. I'm not sure. I should hear a click, and I'm not hearing a click.
See if I can do it. Oh. Can you breathe?
Yeah.
You getting air?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting air.
Pull it off.
Okay.
Then reset it. No, just this. Just the regulator.
Oh, okay.
Give it a shake.
Okay, so it must have been shut off.
Yep.
Okay. So, put it back on. There we go, fasten that up nice and tight again. I'll press it down.
Are you getting air?
Yes, I'm getting air. Am I turning blue? Let me turn it on full. Yep.
Okay.
You don't think I'm getting air?
You're not getting air.
Okay, I don't know why.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. Good here now.
So what does that tell you about your seal, though?
The seal is not very good.
Why is that? It's because that mask is too big for you.
Yeah. And this isn't a mask that has been fit tested for me.
Right.
So I'm going to now, there.
Okay. You got 20 seconds left.
Okay. I'm going to shut down my air, ratchet it in, turn it off, and I'll purge the system with the purge valve.
Okay.
And I'm going to be looking at my external gauge at the same time to make sure.